Hi everybody and welcome to Crankworx Leger. We're here on the top of the Slopestyle course and we're going to do inside the tip course analysis with Ryan Nyquist and Nicholi Rogatkin. How are you guys?
Good. Good.
All right, so we're here on the first feature and it's pretty high up here, dude.
Yeah, actually over there it's high, but realistically the drop is not that high. It's probably one of the smaller ones we've had all year.
Because the landing's built up.
Yeah, way built up. I'd say maybe like an 8-foot drop, maybe?
No, I'd say it's a bit bigger than that. I'd give it a 10 to 12 foot. I just think we're used to riding
massive.
bigger ones at all these Crankworx events, like proper massive ones. So this one just feels, it honestly feels smooth though. I'm not opposed to it.
Yeah, especially coming from Innsbruck, where it's like, Innsbruck was pretty big, and now it's like, oh, this little guy. So it's definitely smaller than we're used to.
Is it big enough to trick?
Oh, I think some heavy tricks are going down here. You know, sometimes on those bigger drops, you might have more airtime, but then it makes it more scary and dangerous to do those big moves. So even with a little less airtime, I think that that little decrease of danger factor and fear factor will make it possible to throw some moves, but we'll see.
I was hoping you'd say, no, it's not possible to trick, so I wouldn't have to do anything on this. But yeah, but of course now, no, major tricks are going to happen. I'm like, oh, sweet, all right.
Oh, great.
6 meters from us to the
Diagonal.
spot.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, yeah, a
That's
little
sizable.
bigger than you thought.
Sizable. Bigger than I thought, for sure. Yeah.
Off the start of the start gate, there's a weird little chair here. What is this, Ryan?
I don't know. It's kind of, I don't know. I have no idea. I'm just rocking in it.
So we're here at the first boot, and I don't know if you can see by there, but it's approximately two Ryans, or two Ryans with a little bit of hair.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a pretty massive one. You can boost it huge. I mean, you have a lot of speed coming from the drop. You can get some big airtime. What do you think, Ryan?
Yeah, this thing's it's crazy because coming from Innsbruck, they aren't as tall as those lips, but these are a lot quicker and steeper. So this thing, when you hit it, it sends you like straight up. So it's not really far, but it's just like sends you right in the air. So
We got 5'7". Are you 5'7"?
yeah, that sounds great.
5'7".
Yeah, 11 feet 5 inches. So 5'7", pretty close to 2.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So this jump is 2 Ryans tall.
yeah, pretty much.
Accurate estimate.
Yeah, I kick ass. And notice the craftsmanship of this amazing thing. It gives a facade that it's literally built out of wooden like logs.
So after the first booter, you've got a wooden berm here, a turn into another jump, and yeah, this is pretty cool.
Definitely a turn, as you said. It's used to redirect your angle that you're going. So it's crazy because after you hit that jump, you're heading this way, and then once you go through the turn, you're heading this way.
Is it pretty slippery, or is there pretty good traction on this wood?
No, it's good. It's good. This wood is good.
The wood is good.
Yeah.
Wood is good.
Wood is good.
Yeah.
All right, so now we got a jump right here, and it's not a terribly big jump.
No, should we measure it? I mean, it's kind of not the big lip that we're used to. I'd say it's probably
1.5 Ryan?
like maybe Nicholi's navel. Quick little skipper, you know. It's like a little bit of a step down, but just basically an introduction into like when it gets real serious.
So kind of like a little bit of a setup jump almost.
Yeah, it just kind of sets you up because after that you're just pinned with big jumps till the end of the course. So yeah, you turn around and you're just headed to glory, hopefully.
So the tricks here will be like something quick, something easy, not a lot of points on something like this.
You know, I think you're going to see people spinning, whipping, flipping, but it's not going to be super spectacular. It's almost just something to like kind of like add a little extra points because realistically, once you get over that is when the big hitters start, and you're going straight downhill too. That's another thing we got to mention is like you're not like, you know, going back and forth down the hill like scrubbing speed. It's like we're going literally down the hill, so speed is going to be an issue in this course for sure. A lot of brake checks and stuff, but yeah, like once you get over this, it's like it's go time.
Smallest jump on the course.
Yeah, I would think so. Has to be. Yeah, has to be the smallest jump on the course.
And it drops half a Rogatkin.
Yeah, like maybe Rogatkin without the beard.
So we're into the far pack, and is there not much braking here yet?
No, I'm literally jumping in. And I'm just holding on and getting ready to go. So I don't break at all. Is that?
What do you think? Are you putting a little bit of brake here?
I'm disagreeing a bit. I do a little break into it, but we're still feeling out the course, I think. So I'm not saying anything now, but
Yeah, I mean he might have a little more momentum because he's holding his purse while he's going down. So maybe that's what it is. He has to slow down a little bit. But me, I'm pretty much just a man going down a hill on a bike.
What's going on with this one?
This one is a lot more speed because, like I said, you're landing and then you're going down this massive landing, and then you hit this thing, and this thing's a big step up. So like when you watch someone from the side, they're not actually going really high above the landing, but from like the top of the lip, they're like pretty up there. So like this one is, it's I don't know if they did it on purpose, but like a way to scrub speed, but it's a huge step up. So it's kind of weird because like when you're doing your tricks, you're really getting all the rotation or whatever done on the way up, and then you're just dropping a little bit. So there's a little bit of safety there as well, but I think this is where you're gonna see Nicholi doing a lot of big stuff.
It looks like you're gonna hit people on the chair from here.
It's pretty close.
Yeah.
It is. You see people and they're like cheering you on, taking photos.
Did you get that? Dude, I am killing it today.
Okay, so what are our final measurements here? We got 21 feet distance.
21 feet distance.
And like
Maybe like, I would say probably
8 foot step up from the top of the lip.
maybe like 7 feet.
Yeah.
To step up.
So this feature is kind of like a rounded little knob here. What do you call this thing?
We've been calling it the boob all practice. It's a speed catcher, but it's possibilities to have a lot of fun on this particular feature. That's why they call it the boob.
Do you think they'd actually be, scoring this or judging this feature?
I think it's kind of up to the riders. The judges earlier on asked us if we wanted to score this, and there's like a little baby hip up top. So I'm not sure what everybody's deciding, if they want to do it or not. I think it's definitely going to add the overall impression of the run. If you're able to scrub this like boob and like make it look good, or if you hit the hip and do something up there, like I think it's going to add to it, but they're not going to give like a physical score for this.
So how steep is this feature actually?
According to the iPhone, which is always correct, 44 degrees, 45 degrees. So if my math's right, that's about half a 90. So it's pretty straight up.
Yeah, holy.
Halfway there.
Yeah, that'll boost you.
If you round up, it's actually vertical. It's like a vert ramp. So braking here is critical. And actually braking before the boob is critical too. So like this is where the braking really becomes into play, where like if you don't hit your brakes properly, you're gonna mess up. I am not kidding.
He's not kidding.
You gotta go slow here, guys. Seriously, go slow, not fast. And I'm not joking.
Anymore.
Not at all. Give me this, dude. I'm not messing around. Can you see my face?
He's got veins
I'm
popping out in
serious,
his
dude.
forehead.
I'm serious, dude.
We got 19 feet?
We get 19 feet and
Minimum.
7 inches to the spot where you're gonna want to land.
Yeah. So what do you think of this cannon log?
Yeah, it's super steep, steeper than usual, and so you got more air time, and it just gives you more pop. So guys are flipping it no problem, and I think there's going to be some trick possibilities, but it's also coming from a ton of speed, even though the boob is there. So yeah, you're going kind of slow into it, and you got a lot of time to prepare for some cool moves. So yeah, personally, I have been enjoying it so far.
Yeah. So we're here at the jump that goes into the whale tail, and it looks a little bit bigger, eh?
Yeah, bigger than I expected, actually. I thought it was pretty similar to that first booter up there, but this one actually, after we measured, ends up being about 2.2, 2.3 Ryans.
What do you think of this?
Yes, I think about it a lot. And you know what's nice? Actually, they made a hammock for people to lay in case they get tired.
Hey, Ryan, how's the hammock?
It's hanging pretty tight, actually.
What are you doing, just hanging out?
Just hanging.
Just hanging.
So most people out there might think this is actually a hammock, but believe me, it's not. I'm just kidding. This is actually a safety net, so if you totally mess up, you get caught instead of going straight to the ground. In the past, such riders as Brendan Semenuk has actually utilized this hammock for real. Was it last year? No, the first year, Leger. He actually fell in the hammock.
So on top of the whale tail, and it looks like this jump is a little bit shorter, so it's like a little bit of abrupt, you say?
Yeah, so it's funny because we were just talking about like standing here looking at this, it looks like really smooth and mellow, but when you hit it, you got a pretty good amount of speed. It just goes so fast, it's like really abrupt. So like when you hit it, it's just like douche, and all of a sudden you're in the air. Like Nicholi said, it's really quick, and when you hit it, it's like really abrupt.
Yeah.
Is that,
Back in time.
Would you say that's correct?
You said that's correct, and like it sounded right, so I
Yeah.
just said it.
No,
and tried
but
to take the
like
credit.
Nicholi said, it's quick.
Like Ryan said, it's very abrupt.
So I think what we're trying to say here is that it's quick and abrupt.
As Tippy just said, it's quick and abrupt.
As Ryan,
So this whale tail looks like a long ways to get to the landing.
It is pretty long, man. It's long. but it's not. There's not much of a drop, so it's weird because it's like the distance-wise, like this is where the speed and the abruptness of this feels crazy because like you don't really drop much. You're just going distance. So like drop-wise, that might just be one Ryan, maybe 1.5 Ryans.
Yeah.
Maybe a Nicholi.
Height-wise?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's probably just about one Ryan. I mean, I think we use it more as almost a speed jump for this last big booter because you need a lot of speed for that.
It's kind of a skipper. It's not really like a sender jump. It's just like a skipper to get to that last King Kong booter.
Spot on.
Yeah.
Right on. How many Ryans do you think this jump is?
All right, we got to estimate this one real quick. It's big. I think it's going to be maximum Ryans for this course.
I got 2.5 Ryans.
All right, let me do this. It's between 2.7 2.8 Ryans.
2.7 Ryans.
Uh-huh.
That's a big jump.
Hefty.
Yeah.
Money booter. Moon booter.
Moon booter.
Yeah.
This is for the money.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So we got 2.5, 2.7 Ryans approximately.
That's huge.
Yeah.
I'm a big guy, and that's huge. They actually called me about this setup, and they asked me what I thought about it. And the initial design was that they didn't have a landing; they just had this lip, and they want to see what people are going to do to flat. And I was like, I don't think that's a good idea.
People
Just kidding. They didn't actually call me. They emailed me.
We're on the landing of the final jump and in the finish corral, and this is a happy place. Hopefully.
Well, oddly enough, we've done a few of these now, and the one person we talk about in the finish corral is
The Selly master, Nicholi Rogatkin!
You guys are asking for one. You guys are asking for one.
Yes.
Let's see
That
one.
was it.
Let's
That
see
was
one.
it.
Let's
That
see
was
one. I want you guys to do one.
Okay. So I go.
Yeah.
I'm riding down. I just did the craziest do. I'm riding down. I'm like, and I just do this. And I go, and I go like this. Whoa, and I go, peekaboo, peekaboo.
If one of these guys wins, I want to see that move.
If you do your run, I better see you.
You have to do
twerking
that.
in this and that berm right there.
Going straight to the room, watching YouTube how to twerk, because that was not a twerk, but it was a tweak. I think I tweaked my back.
All right, we've been tweaking out with the boys. Thank you, Nicholi Rogatkin, Ryan Nyquist. This is Inside the Tape. We'll see you next time. See you on Slopestyle Day.